Welcome, everybody. What's a little fallout? Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Inside the Booth. I'm Dan Arena,
No,
and this
Matthew.
over here is, that's right.
Matthew.
And sad to say, this is our last apocalyptic day of the month. The apocalypse is over, everybody. It's over.
Good luck. Good luck out there.
Let me just take this stuff off here. All right. I'm going to actually leave this on because this is another thing you can do with this beautiful neck gaiter. Just make it like a bandana thingy-mabob. If you have long hair, it flows out of the back. That's what I've seen anyways.
Nice.
So, yes, welcome everybody. Welcome to Inside the Booth here on YouTube. Maybe one day we'll do Patreon and Facebook at the same time. Who knows? But welcome. Don't forget to visit our website, www.insidetheboothreviews.com. Buy yourself one of these neck gaiters / bandanas for those who don't wear neck gaiters. And buy yourself a mug. We got mugs. So, and hoodies and shirts and what have you. So, welcome. Yes, today we were supposed to be interviewing a great guy named Casey from T for Two show on YouTube. He had an emergency happen last night. He told me this morning that he might not be able to make it, so he is not with us at this moment today.
Yes.
He had to go to the ER for family issues, so we'll keep him in prayer and keep his family in prayer. So, and pray that he can make it through his day without being exhausted all the time with whatever situation he's going through. But yes, thank you everybody for coming. So instead of a interview, we are going to do a movie review. As you saw, as we started, we will be doing the Terminator Salvation. And
Director's cut.
The director's cut. That's right. I should have started it on the director's cut poster too.
So that's all good.
That was the director's cut poster. The other poster looks like a video game. Actually, looks like it'd be a cool video game. Anyways,
what's that like nowadays?
Cool video games? Probably not much. Not that fun, I guess. So yeah, so I guess let's get into this movie. What a fun, interesting take on the movie. This movie was made back in 2009. And it's the story of John Connor in the future, with Kyle Reese's future. You know, it's not the Terminator 1 and 2 where Kyle Reese comes to the past to save somebody, to impregnate them, to have John Connor, so John Connor can send him to the past. What a weird, confusing thing. My best friend is my dad, and he's like 10 years younger than me. Oh man. Interesting concept, by the way. But you know what? It's a post-apocalyptic type style movie because it takes place in the future. The robots, I thought they were pretty cool looking. Of course CGI, but you know, pretty decent looking robots. I love the big guns that they carry. And yeah, so I mean that was kind of interesting. You talk a little bit there so I don't bore everybody to death.
Yeah, so the story plot, the Skynet created a half human, half machine which
Mm-hmm.
is the only one of its kind, played by Sam Worthington, who also was in Avatar, the Blue People.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The whole story is to blow up Skynet location, which manufactures the machines at this one location. And then the story with Sam's character and Moon Bloodgood, the actress that played the love interest. I found
Okay.
found that was not that interesting. I didn't really care about that whole arc. Just
Yeah, I
the
like in the
love of
beginning, he's like, "I'll sign this paper for a kiss." I mean, that was kind of
yeah
cheesy. And then he kisses
yeah
her. In another cheesy moment, he goes, "So that's what death tastes like."
that's it. That's the
That was
beginning.
just, yeah, that was just weird. That definitely, I don't know,
Yeah,
if
the
placed
whole
in the right
idea,
place, that could have been comedy.
the, the whole idea of a machine that looks human and you fall in love with that machine. I'm not really into
Mhm.
that idea.
Right,
What I
right.
did wanted more out of the movie, I wanted more story with Kylo Reese and the little girl arc, but we don't see any of that. They're not that much in the film, unfortunately. I thought the first 50 minutes of the film was very awesome to like build things up, but
Hmm.
then it's kind of started going downhill from there. The scenes got really like I saw the scenes got like cut really short, and we were here, and then we're here, and it's just like okay, you started off well, but I don't think they finished off well. Um, there was
Yeah,
also
probably not.
there was a weird scene, in
Oh,
my opinion,
remember
in
and
the
the
rain.
year. Remember the year of it. Do you remember what year it was?
Oh, 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's past. Our
yeah.
future did not look like that. Sorry, you guys missed the mark.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
There was I don't
Anyways,
know if this was
go ahead.
the extended if it was because of the extended cut that we watched. The scene in the rain part where like the two lovebirds or whatever was going on. And then all of a sudden it wasn't raining. It went like that. The cut was really harsh, I thought, and then they had this whole fight sequence, which I thought was pretty stupid and lame. That
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
scene,
They should have
it
kept
was
it
very
raining.
harsh.
Yeah.
It was very harsh. It was the rain. They ended it perfectly, and then all of a sudden it's daytime, and then they started a fight. I'm like, what was the point of that scene? It was kind of stupid.
Yeah, it was goofy.
It
And
was
the
a very
guys were
goofy
like,
scene. Yeah,
"We've been watching you when you took a
yeah, it's like
shower in the
okay,
rain. Oh, we're perverts. By the
right,
way, I got your gun."
like
Yeah, that
that's
was
nice.
stupid. And then he's like, "The war won't be won." The one guy, he's crying for his life at the end. He's like, "The war's not going to be won like this. Oh, why are you beating me up?" Well, hello.
So why did you attack us?
Yeah, exactly. So then why'd you attack us? Yeah,
It's like
moron.
that's right. It had a
Yeah,
lot
that
of
was good.
potential, but like I said, the first 15 minutes was really well established. I thought it was really good. I made sure like I like paused it and see what time I was at, like the stuff that I really liked, and then after this, the
Mm-hmm.
part with the whole love interest thing, for me it just went downhill from there. I wanted more story with, like I said, with the kids. Wanted
Mm-hmm.
because he was the number one on the hit list besides
Right,
Sean
Kyler
Connor. So
Reese. Yeah, they
I
should have.
wanted to know more about that, but they never.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he was in
yeah,
the film,
that.
maybe a half hour at tops, 35 minutes,
Yeah,
maybe.
so that exactly. Yeah, it's crazy how they did that. The plot. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't the best plot in the world. 2009. Um,
Right. Yeah.
you know, that.
I was reading that they had to redo the script like 3 or 4 times before they actually started filming, and then they changed it after a bunch of stuff after they started filming. So the script was
Hmm.
like constantly being changed throughout the process of this. I was like, oh.
Who was? I wonder who the director was.
The director was a guy. His name is MCG, but that's what he goes by, I guess, in Hollywood. But his name is Joseph McGinty Nicole. That you can you find that really easy. But like when it said directed by in the beginning of the film, it just said MCG, capital M, lowercase c, capital G. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Why? He must not have been a known name director. Must be.
I've never
Never
seen
heard of him
something like that
before.
before.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
So
I can look him up.
nah, that's all right. You don't have to. So yeah, the plot for me, I guess I could say I'll give it. I don't know. I guess I'll give it a half a point, just because there was some good parts in it. There were
Hmm.
some good scenes and good parts, but like you said, um, you know, it was kind of they tried to add stuff for the runtime, and they didn't add other stuff to make more
Right.
sense. Um, which I don't
Well,
know
like I
why
was,
they didn't. I mean, okay, Christian Bale at that time was like a big hit, because he was Batman. Um, but at the same time, don't make a movie just because of Christian Bale's in it. Make a movie because you want to tell a good story. And
that's not the way of Hollywood, though.
I know,
Hollywood they see money, and they're like, oh, that's why we're making this. Okay.
right? Well, I mean, that's maybe 2009 was the start of the downhill of Hollywood. You know what I mean? Not
They've been
making
going down
good
for
content.
years.
Yeah, that's true. I think the 80s
Like,
and 90s were probably the best. They were on
like
their high rise.
because there's a reason why part of history it's called the golden age of cinema, the silver
Hmm.
screen, and then
Right.
I don't know where we're in the dirt now.
The dirt screen.
We're
the
in the
the
dirt
mud
screen.
shots.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so I'll give the plot a half a point, just because there were some good parts, but not a lot. I mean,
I would I would
yeah.
also give it a half point just because I really liked the first 50 minutes of the film. They did a really good job building it up to where the story was going to go, but then faltered along the way. I thought the whole sequence with that gigantic robot like firing at them, and they're in the truck, trying to get away, and then they had the two motorcycle
Okay.
robots going after them. That
Right.
scene was awesome. That that
Yeah,
remind
that
that
was pretty
reminded
cool.
me that reminded me of like a little of Terminator 2 and Terminator 1. So like the whole 50 minutes had kind of that old school kind of style that I really liked about the first two films.
Right.
Uh,
That's cool.
so yeah, yeah. But I'll give it a half a point as well.
Okay. Sounds good. And then now we're off to acting. Um, you know what? I like Christian Bale, but his acting in this movie was more uh like I said before, Batman. The way he was talking kind of had that, hey, I'm Batman, type of sound to it. Not the whole time in the movie, but there's parts of the movie where he sounded like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I know what you're talking about.
there's Batman. Batman's coming up in this movie. I don't know why. Where's he peeking his head from? um, I did like the acting of the other guy though. What was his name again?
Sam Worthington.
Sam Worthington. I was gonna say, for some weird reason, I was gonna say Mace Windu, but he's not black.
What?
Sam Worthington. Yes, Sam Worthington did a pretty good job. I liked his acting in this one better than I think the blue people think.
Avatar.
Yeah.
Avatar. The
I think maybe
Ferngully
he
live
just
action film.
yeah. I think maybe he just liked this movie better. I don't know. So you get some actors who really are into the movie, and then there's some actors that just are not into the movie. So it's like,
Right.
you know, just it's like, well, what kind of movie we making here?
Right.
So I thought he did a pretty decent job, though. Um, now, who who's the other girl I didn't like the other girl, Moon something. She
Yeah,
didn't. I didn't think
Moon
she did it for
Bloodgood.
me. Yeah, she would have been cooler as a BA person, you know.
Yeah,
If they wrote her a little bit better, I think she would have been cool. But they didn't.
yeah,
They kind of wrote her as a half BA, you know.
yeah.
And for those of you who don't know what that is, I don't swear on this channel, so it's bad. She's yeah, she's bad. Not bad as in she's a bad person, but she's tough chick. That's it right there, tough chick. Um,
Well,
so
bad can also the word bad can also mean hot or sexy these days too. Oh, she was
there you go.
bad. Yeah, that's another
Yeah,
that's another terminology too.
there you go. You know who would have been casted better for that part and kick some butt? Gina Carano.
Nice.
That's right. She would have taken that part and just kind of stole the movie.
I didn't realize this was the fourth one. They have
Yeah,
six
this was
of
the
Terminators.
fourth.
I had no
Yeah, yeah.
idea that there's
You
six.
did.
After I saw the
I-
third one in theaters, and I thought that was it. And then
right.
I actually
Honestly.
didn't see this film until today. Believe it
Oh,
or not.
really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so I was really
I mean,
studying it.
honestly, after this movie, honestly, I didn't take much time to watch the other two Terminator movies, Genesis or Dark Fate. I just think they went too far political. But some
Well,
people,
with most things, yeah.
yeah. I mean, maybe eventually I'll watch them and just give my input on them. But yeah. Anyways, I did like the cameo of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but did you know that wasn't really Arnold Schwarzenegger? They did a
Right.
de-age CGI on his face.
His
So
body
that's
looked great.
probably yeah. His body looked great, Actually looked bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger in the first movie.
He got bigger muscles.
That's right. They did a good job with that T-1000, right? Isn't that what it
Well,
was?
there was a few moments in the last sequence.
No, he's not
I think
T-1000. What is T-1000? Is the liquid guy.
it was the
What is he
800,
in
right?
this? T-800. Yeah,
I think it
maybe.
was the 800.
Yes.
But there was a sequence in the end that was kind of familiar of the first film where he's crawling on the ground in the first film, and then they leads over and the thing like just crushes on the Terminator. They
Oh
had a
yeah.
few sequence like that in the end. I'm like, oh, this is reminiscent of those scenes. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. And the
Yeah.
liquid hot
Magma.
magma that pours on him, and he's like all stuck, and then all of a sudden he crunches his way through, and he's like, look at me now. So yeah, very interesting movie,
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
So
so sorry, I guess I
you,
will give acting, I don't know, I'd have to
I'm, I'm
say a half a
I'm going
point.
I'm going half a point too again. I am.
My
I'm
brother
like when I was
started these
watching the
half
film,
points, so now we're doing half points for the rest of our lives.
I'm gonna I'm gonna do quarter points soon.
Yeah, there you go, quarter point. Oh man, we just went down a hole. We went down a hole.
Yeah, I give it yeah
Half
half
point.
point.
All right, so cinematography.
Mhm.
Honestly, I kind of like the cinematography on this one. My son also liked the cinematography on this one. So, yeah,
Why?
I like the coloring, I like the wide shots, I
Okay.
liked the daytime, I liked the nighttime scenes. I
Yeah,
just
they
think
were good.
it was lit pretty well for a
Hmm.
2009 movie, and I don't know how much CGI they really used in that movie, but
So
I think it all kind of fit well. So
I
I'll
agree with
give
that
that
as well.
a oneer. That's a oneer, everybody. A 1 point.
Yeah, I wrote down for the Terminator film and how it was filmed. Just what I remember in the other ones, it was filmed well, for the for the most parts or whatnot. But I'll probably just gonna give it a 1 as well. That they did a good job with the lighting for sure.
Yeah. Alrighty. And then we're on to the music.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, the music.
Music by Danny Elfman,
Yeah.
who's done like everything.
My mom says hi. She forgot that we were on. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
Um, yeah, unfortunately, we do not have Casey on tonight. He had an emergencies going on, so that's why we are doing a movie review
Movie review.
instead.
Yep.
Yep.
Hmm.
Um, so the music I thought was pretty well done. You know, I thought they did a good job with the music. My son was on his feet the whole time. He was jumping up and down, going, "Man, oh, whoa, whoa! These horror movies." He called it a horror movie. I go, "Well, Elijah, it's an action thriller. You know, the thriller part is probably what you mean by horror because you're on your feet, on your toes. What's gonna happen next?" It's his first time
Right. Right.
watching it, and he's only 8. But he
Memories.
liked the movie. He liked the movie. So, or no,
That's
he's
cool.
9 now. Sorry, he's 9 now. Um, I did like the music. I'll give it a point.
I thought the music choices was just okay.
Mm-hmm.
The main sequence of the sounds brought back memories of the other films, which
Mm-hmm.
of course I like. Um, I'll with this I would just give it a half point. There was some
Half
music
a
I'm
point.
like, okay,
Could have been better.
yeah. Like they had some mainstream music in certain moments, and I'm like, I didn't really care for mainstream music being a part of that sequence. There was like the rock and roll kind of one with the
Okay, right.
yeah, and I'm like, I wanted a little bit more tension than just
Right. I
because the
gotcha.
whole
I
movie
gotcha.
with the the Terminators was it's all about tension and building up, and to add mainstream stuff, I think it just I don't know, it just adds a I guess fun sequence if you're not a if you didn't watch the first two films or whatnot, and a
Right.
little bit of storytelling in those. But on itself, I just give it a half a point.
Gotcha. Well, he did do let's see here. He did do some music for what is that? Men in Black. He did do music for um Tim Burton, Nightmare Before Christmas. He did music for The Simpsons. So I guess he's kind of known
Yeah,
a little bit.
Danny Elfman's everybody knows that guy.
Yeah.
He's done it all. He doesn't have to work a day in his life if he doesn't want to anymore.
Gotcha. I wonder if he did some of the original score or whatever, you know?
I didn't go
But
that far.
yeah, I didn't check it out. I was trying to look, but that's okay. Yeah. Sounds good. So
Yeah,
so you gave it a half point.
yeah,
All right. Now we're to the I guess you would say the best part of this movie. Um the allegory.
yes.
And my son pointed out a lot too. Um I saw a lot of salvation, sacrificing, sacrifices and salvation, and a lot of crosses. A couple of times he was on the cross. This guy in the beginning of the movie and in the middle of the movie. Sam
Mm.
Worthington's character. Um, so yeah, my son said, "Man, he's sacrificing himself again. What's going on?" Well, he's not the bad guy, and he's yelling at the TV, telling John Connor that Sam Worthington's character is not the bad guy. Listen to him. He's not the bad guy. He
Right.
sacrificed himself for you. He's not the bad guy. So, if my son can see that, yeah, definitely. That's definitely something I could see too. Salvation and you know sacrificing.
Redemption.
Yeah, and at the end too, he sacrifices himself again. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, he was the last sacrifice for John Connor, so John Connor could live. Gave his own heart for him. Oh, how sweet!
A heart of a Terminator. So
That's
now he has a
right.
heart of a Terminator.
Now he's a Terminator.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie! But that was the only. That was one of the only flesh things he had on him. Right? Was his heart
Right. Right.
and his brain? They said his brain too, with a chip installed into his brain. Something like that. Sounds like something Bill Gates wants to do to everybody. Add a little
No
chip
Skynet.
inside that brain.
No Skynet.
That would be
Skynet
the
bad.
mark of the beast.
So
Oh,
what
boy.
I saw in the allegory, main
Yeah.
theme is, and I have a few examples. Never give up on what you think is right. The scene.
Mhm.
This
That's
is
a good
seen
one.
between the general and John Connor. John wanting to save the humans trapped within
Mhm.
Skynet, and the general not caring. You also see
Right.
this between Marcus Wright and John Connor's character.
Mhm.
Marcus Wright wants to help John, but John does not trust him. And you also
Mhm.
see this with Blair and Marcus Wright. Blair helps him escape from John's base. So you see like that played out multiple times throughout the film. Never give up
Right.
on what you think is right. That's kind of what I got out of it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's like a brotherhood thing.
Mm-hmm.
My brother would say, learning to trust each other, trust and discipleship. There's a little bit of
And
that, everybody looking up
forgiveness.
to, and forgiveness. That's right, everybody. So I
That's
mean,
a
there's a lot.
little inside joke there.
Yeah, there's a lot in there though. There's a lot of stuff happening.
Right.
You could actually break it down, a few different things break down into this movie. So they did, the allegory did a good job. I guess I
I
would
would
give the allegory a oneer.
I would give it a 1 or 2. The allegory is pretty tight.
Yeah.
What's
So
that
I
add up
guess
to?
this adds up to, all in all, we use half and half is 1, half and half is 1. That's 2.
David made more work for you. The half.
Yeah. So 7.5 points out of 10. So that's pretty decent. That's a decent thing. So for those of you who have seen this movie, tell us what you think about this movie down below. Tell us if you think it was as good as we said, or better, or if you thought it was worse. Let us know.
Yeah.
So 7.5 points. So that's closer to 10 than not closer to 10. So, it wasn't a perfect movie. It wasn't a perfect movie, but it was a decent movie. It was entertaining. Did have its parts that were fun to watch.
Well, I
So,
would since David's not here, we'd have to give it all zeros on David's side. So it's 7 out of 15, 7.5 out of 15. Then I
no,
think
I
it kind
think,
of like, oh, okay.
yeah. Well, I think David would like some of the things out of it.
He'd like the
You'll have
action
to.
sequences, I know.
That's right. So David, when you watch this, if you're watching now, or if you're watching this, what is it?
Live.
The other, not live. If you're watching this, or not
Replay.
live, but on replay, yeah. And tell us what points you would give it, bro, and then we can add that together to ours. Also, for those of you watching, tell us your points that you'd give the categories. The categories are plot, acting, cinematography, music/score, which is the same thing, and allegory. Those are the 5 categories. And tell us what you think. Give us your category pointage. Let us know what you thought of this movie. And apparently, we can use half points.
And coming soon, quarters.
Yeah. Going down a hole, digging ourselves a hole. Gosh, my math is already bad. Come on, Matt. But no, it was a good time.
Yeah.
It was a good time to watch too. I mean, I watched a little bit of it this morning and then finished watching it this afternoon. So I had just a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, fun times, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, just want to say sorry that our guest was not able to show up. We had I had some cool questions for him, but next time we'll get him on and we'll ask him questions. But let me just tell you, next month, this coming month, which is like in a few days, the first Sunday of the month, we are starting our Star Wars month. Everything is going to be nothing but Star Wars. You know how we did Apocalypse this time? It's going to be all Star Wars for a whole month. So if you are sick and tired of Star Wars and stuff like that, I guess this will not be the show to watch for this month. But if you love Star Wars, you come on over, watch what we do. We're going to have some awesome guests who actually have channels that they talk about Star Wars all the time. And we'll have some awesome guests just to, we're starting this new thing called Rumble Review. It's kind of like a movie fight, but it's Get Ready to Rumble Review. And we're going to do going to discuss about, which trilogies were the best, which ones were the worst, things like that. We're also going to be talking about more Star Wars. So if you love Star Wars, come on up. We'll talk about Disney Star Wars. We'll talk about George Lucas Star Wars. And, we'll review everything that we possibly can. There might be some stuff we missed throughout the whole month, but, 2 days a week for a month is not a lot, but it is a lot. So, come and join us. That's all I have to say is come and join us. Matthew, what do you have to say about any of that?
I might be sick of Star Wars after next month.
Yes. We might be done watching anything to do with Star Wars.
After next month.
That's right. So yeah, I mean, let's say goodbye to the apocalyptic month. Goodbye, apocalypse month. And well, let me just show you. Hello, Star Wars month coming up soon. We'll be, we'll also be talking about this Mandalorian guy, Wee, and the baby Yoda.
Ooh.
I still, I know his name is Grogu, but I'm still gonna call him Baby Yoda. It's just one of those things.
BY. Call him BY.
BY. Yeah, so that's fun. Yeah, did you wanna? Yeah, we're gonna pray for. Just remember to keep Casey, the guest, in prayer. That everything turns out well for those of you who are watching. And yeah, that's about it. So I guess it's time to close this out.
And I could say we are on Facebook, Browsely, Gab, Clout Hub, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon. Then check us out on our webpage, insidetheboothtv.com. How was that? I think that's the
That was
second time I
good.
did that.
That was good. Don't
All
forget to
right.
pick up yourself a mug.
Yeah.
Don't forget to pick up yourself a beautiful neck gaiter / hat / whatever this thing is. And don't forget to pick yourself up a shirt or something that you like to wear. A hoodie. Matt always wears hoodies.
I'm a hoodie guy.
If you enjoy our content and you want to support us, that is one of the best ways to do it, because then you get something, well, we get something. So that we can buy more somethings, so you can get more somethings, and more
and you can be
content.
entertained by our
That's right.
craziness.
That's right. And more content coming. We are also going to start promoting our we want to get up to 300 subscribers by the end of the summer. So we're going to promote that, and we're going to promote it also by giving away a couple of movies. If you haven't seen the movie 300, now's your time to start subscribing so that you can get a free movie.
Nice.
Or two. Yes. Also, if you want to support us, subscribing to this channel on YouTube is one of the best ways to do it. And we also have a donate page on our website. So if you just want to do a one-time giver, you can donate there. If you want to be a monthly giver, you can go to our Patreon and give there, because in Patreon we're going to have some special stuff for you once we start getting some followers over there. And then yeah that's it. That's it.
All, folks.
So that's all, folks. Sorry nobody else showed up to have some fun with us, but that's fine and dandy. And remember,
you can watch this in the future.
That's right. Watch this in the future. And remember again, keep Casey, our supposed guest that was supposed to be for today, in prayer.
The families in prayer,
yeah. Yep. All right. So have a good night, everybody. God bless you, and we will talk to you again later.